Good morning everyone, welcome to BioWorld. In the previous video, we have seen that what is heredity. How can we define heredity? Heredity is the transfer of different traits or characteristics from one generation to next generation or from parents to the offsprings. The other word for heredity is inheritance. Gregor Mendel is the first scientist who did systematic study on inheritance. For his studies, he selected garden pea plant. Garden pea plant. The scientific name for garden pea plant is Pisum sativum. This is the scientific name. First name represent the generic name and second name represent the specific name. While writing this scientific name, we have to take care of few things. The first word, that is the generic name or the name of the genus, we should write with a capital letter. See here, P should be capital and first letter of the specific name or name of the species should be small letter. See here, S should be small, and we should underline both the terms separately like this. Why he chose garden pea plant for his experiments? Because there are some reasons for that. Because it is easy to grow in any soil type, and at the same time breeding process is very easy in that. Why? Because the pea plant has relatively big flowers and flowers are bisexual. In single flower there is both the sex organs, and at the same time there are many observable characteristics. Which are the characteristics? Some of them have purple flower, some of them have white flower, and some of them have round seed, and some of them have wrinkled seed, and some of them have axial flowers, and some of them have terminal flowers, and some of them are tall plant, and some of them are dwarf plants. Like that, here Mendel observed 7 different characteristics in a garden pea plant. In the garden pea plant, there are 14 chromosomes. The chromosomes are in pairs. So, I drew here only 7 out of 14. Look here, chromosome number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I told you Gregor Mendel selected 7 desirable characters for his studies. Which are they? These characters are observable characters. And see the first chromosome, the chromosome number 1, we can see a locus. Locus is the place where a particular gene is located. The gene pair for flower color is located at the anterior end of first chromosome. The flower color is purple or white. Purple is the dominant trait there and white is the recessive trait. Look here, then at the 4th chromosome at the anterior end we can see a locus for a gene pair for pod shape. Pod shape is inflated or constricted. Inflated means the pea pod is in the shape of a long structure like this. Inflated means the surface of this pod is smooth, and if it is constricted, how it look like? Look like this. So this constricted and this is inflated. Inflated shape of the pod is the dominant character and constricted shape of the pod is the recessive character. And here just below that there is the locus for height of the plant. Height of the plant, dominant trait is tall and recessive trait is dwarf. And here just below the 4th chromosome itself in the posterior end we can see a locus for flower position. Flower position, some of them are axial position and some of them shows terminal flowers. So here axial position is the dominant character and terminal position is the recessive character. Then look at chromosome number 5. In the anterior end we can see the gene for pod color. Pod color is green and yellow. Green is the dominant trait and yellow is the recessive trait. And again we will go to the 7th chromosome. We can see a locus for seed shape. Shape of the seed is round or wrinkled. Round, smooth round seed or wrinkled seed. So this is round seed and this is wrinkled seed. Round shape of the seed is the dominant trait and wrinkled shape of the seed is the recessive trait. In his studies, he observed two types of inheritance, which are the monohybrid inheritance and dihybrid inheritance. Mono means one. In monohybrid inheritance, he observed the transfer of one trait from the parent to the next generation. Here, in the case of dihybrid inheritance, he observed two traits, the transfer of two traits from parents to offspring. So that is the difference between monohybrid inheritance and dihybrid inheritance. In monohybrid cross, Mendel crossed two plants. One is a purebred tall plant, the other is a purebred dwarf plant. Purebred means, see here, purebred means that plant contain same allele for a particular character. Here tall plant, for the height of the plant, the gene pair capital T and capital T, both the variable or both the alleles are same. So it is called a purebred tall plant. In the case of purebred dwarf plant, we can write the genotype as small t, because even here both the alleles are similar but both are small. So both are recessive alleles. Here both are dominant alleles. So this is a purebred tall plant and this is a purebred dwarf plant. When these plants produce gametes, only one allele or one variant will transfer to the gametes. Let us take this parent as a male parent. So we can represent with this symbol, and this as female parent, and we can represent with this symbol. While forming the gametes, only one variant moves or one variant will transfer to the gametes. So gametes formed are capital T here, and here the gametes are small t. When we fuse these gametes, we will get here capital T and small t. Again there is a chance of this gamete to fuse with the other gamete. Then also we will get capital T and small t. This gamete fuses with this and we will get capital T and small t, and this with this gamete we get capital T and small t. These are the F1 generation progenies. These are the F1 generation progeny or first filial generation. Look here, what is the genotype of first filial generation? Capital T and small t. So all these plants we can call them as hybrids. Here they are purebred, but here they are hybrids. Why? Here both the variants of a particular gene pair is different. So in F1 generation all the plants are hybrid, but phenotypically all are tall. All plants are tall. Why all are tall? You can see that there is one dominant allele present in each case. When one dominant allele is present, there is a chance of that dominant character to shown in the that generation. So all the plants are tall in the F1 generation. Gregor Mendel took two plants from the F1 generation. The F1 generation, the genotype of the plants are heterozygous in condition, or all the plants are hybrid, because there are both the variant of a gene pair is present, capital T and small t. So in the F2 generation, Mendel selected two plants from the F1 generation. So here the genotype of the plant is capital T and small t. Let us take this plant as male cross with another female plant with the same genotype, capital T and small t. While forming the gametes, we will get two types of gametes, capital T here and small t. Even here also we get two types of gametes, capital T and small t. When these gametes fuse among themselves, we get, see here, capital T and capital T, and then this capital T with this small t, we will get capital T and small t. This small t with this capital T, we get, while writing we are writing capital letter first. Here also one capital T and one small t, we will get the progeny capital T and small t. Then this small t and small t, we will get small t, small t. So look here, we got 1, 2, 3 different types of plants. Genotypically there are 3 different types of plants. Here it is a purebred tall plant. These two are hybrids, or here genes are in heterozygous condition, and here this also purebred dwarf plant. So phenotypically first 3 plants are tall and the third one is dwarf plant. So here we got tall plants and dwarf plant in the ratio 3:1. Out of 4 we got 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant. So in the F2 generation, Mendel got the ratio 3:1. The tall plant and the short plant, or tall plant and the dwarf plants, in the ratio 3:1. But here in F1 generation, he got all tall plants. Phenotypically all are tall. Genotypically here all the plants are hybrid, or the gene is in heterozygous condition. Here 2 of them are purebred plants and 2 of them are hybrid, or gene is in heterozygous condition. This condition is called homozygous condition, in which both the gene pair or both the variant of a gene pair is same. This also homozygous condition. These two shows heterozygous condition. Gregor Mendel, from his monohybrid experiment, found out that the trait dwarfness, which is lost in the F1 generation. In the F1 generation we got only tall plants. Dwarfness which is lost in the F1 generation is surprisingly reappeared in the F2 generation. So he reached at the conclusion that the characteristic or trait dwarfness is not lost in the F1 generation, but it is suppressed by other characteristic. What is that other characteristic? That characteristic is tallness. So here that characteristic is called the dominant characteristic, and which characteristic is suppressed by the dominant characteristic is called the recessive characteristic. So according to Mendel, there are 2 types of characteristic. Which are they? Dominant and recessive. So here tallness is the dominant character and dwarfness the recessive character. Now let us understand Mendel's monohybrid cross in a Punnett square. Punnett square is a square with columns and rows. You know that Mendel took a purebred tall plant and a purebred dwarf plant for his experiment. So he got the gametes, which are the capital T here, and small t here. There are total 4 gametes. So while drawing the Punnett square, we are making 2 rows and 2 columns like this. 2 columns and 2 rows. The gametes of the male parent we are writing on the top of the Punnett square, and the gametes of the mother we are writing on the left hand side. So paternal gametes on the top and maternal gametes on the left hand side. So here, which is the paternal gametes? Capital T and capital T. So we are writing capital T here and capital T here. Which are the maternal gametes? Small t and small t. Now let us cross these gametes. So here we are crossing this gamete with this. So we get capital T and small t, and again this t with this t we will get capital T and small t again, and small t with this t again, capital T and small t, and this 2 again we will get capital T and small t. So here we got all the tall plants, but they are in heterozygous condition, or all the plants are hybrids. And then now let us see, this is the F1 generation in the Punnett square. Now let us see F2 generation in Punnett square. F2 generation, he selected hybrids, so they are capital T small t cross with capital T and small t. This is male and this is the female. So which are the gametes? Capital T, small t, capital T and small t. Here also we have 4 gametes. Again we have to draw the Punnett square with 2 columns and 2 rows. And we are writing the paternal gametes here. So capital T and small t. Maternal gametes here, capital T and small t. And while we are crossing, we will get capital T, and again this gamete with this. So capital T and small t, this with this, capital T and small t, and this 2 small t and small t. So here we got tall plant, this again tall plant but it is hybrid, this is again tall plant but hybrid, this is a purebred dwarf plant. So tall plant and dwarf plants in the ratio 3:1. This is the F2 generation. So we can see that in monohybrid cross, Mendel got in the F1 generation all the hybrid plants, and the appearance wise they are tall, but in the case of F2 generation, Mendel got phenotypically 2 types, tall and dwarf plant, but genotypically there are 3 types of plants in the case of Mendel's experiment in the case of F2 generation. So this is the phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio is 3:1. What is the genotypic ratio? Genotypically there are 3 types. So we can write 1 pure plant, 2 hybrid plant, and again 1 purebred dwarf plant. But genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Phenotypic ratio is 3:1. So what is phenotype? Phenotype is the external appearance. Genotype is the internal gene type. So this is all about monohybrid inheritance. In his experiment, Mendel got 1064 plants totally in his F2 generation. Out of that, 787 were tall and 277 were dwarf. 787 and 277 in the ratio 3:1. So he did his experiment on pea plants and he got total number of 1064 progenies in the F2 generation. Out of that, he got same proportion 3:1, the tall plant and dwarf plant. From the monohybrid cross, Mendel formulated his first law of inheritance. His first law of inheritance says each trait or a characteristic of an organism is controlled by a pair of factors. For example, the height of the plant, that is a characteristic, is controlled by factors capital T or small t or capital T and small t. These are the factors which control the characteristic height of the plant. While forming the gamete, only one factor from a gene pair or only one allele from a pair will move to the gametes. For example, while forming the gamete, we get only one capital T, one capital T here, small t, one small t here, and in the case of this hybrid plant, we will get one capital T and one small t. While forming the gamete, only one allele will transfer to the gamete, or only one variant from a gene pair will move to the gamete. That is his first law of inheritance. In the next video, we will see dihybrid cross and Mendel's second law of inheritance.